We are in very last portion of this chapter related with the method study, and we have talked about most of the recording techniques, uh, and very few are left. So about those I will talk first, and thereafter other steps related with the method study like define, install, and maintain. About those I'll be talking. Hopefully I'll be able to complete this chapter today itself, so that we can start the new one from tomorrow or means next week onwards. That will be based on the like work measurement. So we have seen that in a micro motion study, uh, the job these studies are used for the very short cycled jobs using the thermalics. Okay, which is about the fundamental movements or group of movements or few mental activities which may be used during the work, and these thermalics may be effective, may not be effective also. So efforts are made to eliminate the ineffective uh, thermalic thermalics from the procedure which is being used for doing a particular job. But since these are for very short cycled jobs, and these doesn't help much in reducing the time appreciably, so there is no major change that is realized, but certainly it helps in improving the movement patterns, so that the efforts and the fatigue related with the work can be reduced, so that the worker can work for longer time. Okay, so but whenever these techniques are applied on any job, then we find that there are various positive aspects or positive things that are realized as a result of a study. Like we get the uh, more greater details, because the job is broken down into the 17 fundamental movements. So we find the much more greater details. The job is broken down in greater detail, mm, uh, than what can be seen through the naked eye. Okay, so or through the direct observation. Okay, so the film based techniques, when analyzed using thermalics, we get the more detailed information about what is actually being used in these short cycled jobs than what can be observed through the direct observations. Okay, so this is one. The second thing, we find the greater accuracy in terms of the timing, in terms of the actions which are being done, and these are more accurate as compared to what we realized using pen, pencil, paper, or stopwatch kind of the approaches which are used in other cases, other recording techniques. So we get the greater details, and whatever information is gathered, that is more accurate. Okay, and then it is more convenient to perform this study, although this kind of the study method are for the experts and experienced work study men, but it is convenient in the sense that you get the film, the job is filmed and then it is frame by frame, or it is analyzed at a slow motion to see what are the different things being done. Okay, and then the current way of doing the things a record of current way of doing the thing is developed. So we can say simple, a record is created, which can be used for the training purposes if it is perfect, or it can be used for the improvement purposes if it is not perfect. So the one use of such kind of the record is the training of the workers. So when the MMS based, like micro motion study based techniques like Simo chart or some other techniques which are used, they help in basically they help in realizing these good points related with the recording of short cycled jobs. Okay, but since these are either recorded using the high speed cameras, or even if the normal cameras like 24 to 30 frames per second kind of thing is used. So if the job is running say 20 minutes, then study, certainly you need to invest lot of time, longer time to study each and everything in greater detail. So in micro motion study based techniques, you need a lot of storage space in the systems, number one, and then you also need a lot of time for their analysis, so to deal with these two issues, if the job is not that short cycled type, it is not like say 10 seconds or 20 seconds, but it is running half an hour or 8 hours, then how to perform the studies using film based techniques or using the photography based techniques. There also a kind of record is created. So that technique which is used to study the general movement pattern, this is one, the general observation of what is happening in the shop floor at any moment of time, how many people are working, how many people are not working, which machine is operating, which machine is not operating. Those kind of general observations as well as movement pattern can be realized through the another film or photography based technique, and this is called memo motion study. So what this memo motion study is about, that we will talk. This is basically memo motion study technique. This is basically called time lapsed photography. So this photography is done of the operation which is being studied. Okay, so like say the camera will be placed in the shop floor in such a way that it can cover the entire view which is to be studied. So the camera will be clicking the photograph of the study area at a certain time interval, so that general record of what is happening in the shop floor, what kind of movement is taking place, that is recorded. So say for example, this time lapsed photography of the study area will be capturing the pictures at a certain regular interval. That time interval can range from half of a second to say 4 seconds. So after every 4 seconds or after every half second, or after every 1 second, the pictures of the shop floor or of the study area will be captured, and when those are seen in continuous manner, it gives us the general movement pattern of the shop floor. So in whenever this kind of the study is performed, means memo motion study is performed, like say it can capture a study of the operation of 30 minutes is being captured say in 1 to 2 minutes of the filming, and it is, you see, so for analyzing a 30-minute job, you need to see the film of 1 to 2 minutes only. So it will be giving you it is quick and fast, as well as the positive record is also created. And say general movement of the pattern of the vehicles in a square, number of vehicles passing through a particular road, number of people passing through a particular road, number of people arriving in a bus station or train station at particular as a function of time. Those kind of studies can easily be performed using this memo motion study technique. Okay, so the general movement or the general observations of a particular area of the study, that can be done using this memo motion study technique easily. Okay, so now we have the two more recording techniques. These fall in like other recording techniques, other recording techniques. So other recording techniques, these are like the light source based. These techniques use the some kind of the light source for recording or for study the movement. So basically there are two recording techniques which use the light source for recording the movement of hand or the man or the workman himself or woman, okay, during the job. So what is the general pattern of movement of the hands or of the human being during the work, that is recorded using these two techniques called cycle graph and chronocycle graph. Chronocycle graph. To a great extent, both are similar kind with a little difference. That is, both use the light source to record the movement of the hands or the movement of the man during the work. So it is also a kind of so it is used at both the levels, like to study the movement of the worker in the shop floor itself, or movement of the body parts like hands or legs during the work, when the work is being done on the bench or on the work table. So the movement at the work, movement being made by the worker at the work table, or movement being made by the worker due to the movements across the shop floor, both at both the levels, this technique can be used to record the general movement. So movement of the hands or legs or movement of the human being in general in the shop floor can be recorded using this light source based recording technique. So basically, if the movement of hand is to be recorded, then light source is mounted in the hand, say maybe in form of the wrist, it is wrapped around the wrist, or it is or the worker is given to wear it in the finger. Okay, so the light source is mounted in the wrist or in the finger, so that wherever and whatever kind of the movement of the hand is taking place during the work, that is recorded or that is traced using a special device which is called stereoscope. So the movement of the light source is traced on the stereoscope, which can be seen subsequently for the study purpose. So if the movement of the hand or the leg is to be studied, then light source will be mounted either on the hand or it will be mounted on the leg. Or if the movement of the man in the shop floor is to be studied, then the light source will be mounted on the helmet of the worker itself. So helmet will be fitted with the suitable light source, and then the movement of light source is traced using the stereoscope. Okay, so say during the work, this is the work table and these are the two hands where the light source is mounted. So the movement of the hand, when it is traced, it can give the general pattern of this kind, like this. So simple lines of this kind are seen in case of the cycle graph. This cycle graph will not show that what is the direction of the movement, you see, because it is traced. So once it is traced, then you will see simple firm line of this kind. It doesn't show the direction of the movement, and it also doesn't show the speed of the movement. So in simple cycle graph, we can see only the path of movement, but it doesn't show the speed and the direction of the movement. So in order to incorporate, or in order to get the better idea about the direction and speed as well as the path of movement, whatever the light source is there, let's say this is the light source, and then now this light source is flickered, is interrupted at a certain frequency. So when the light is flickered or interrupted and at a certain frequency, then we see that the dots are moving like this. Okay, in that case, like this. Say this is the kind of the movement. So basically these dots, shape of these dots is like this. Okay, it is teardrop shape. Okay, like this. So the drop, these dots of the light are pointed in one particular direction, while they are thicker in the back side. Okay, so the direction in which it is pointed, that indicates the direction of the movement. Okay, and the spacing between these points, dots, spacing, you see, if light is flickered at a certain frequency that is fixed, say, so when the gap between the dot is wider, means the speed of movement is fast, it is high. When the dots are close to each other, then it will show that speed of movement of the hand or the body part is slow. So these are the two ways by which the direction and speed of the movement is studied. So this is called chronocycle graph. In chronocycle graph, the light source, wherever it is fitted, either on the helmet or on the wrist or in the finger, the light source is interrupted at certain frequency. Okay, certain frequency. So whenever it happens, we find that the light source is appearing in form of these dots, having the pointed direction in particular way. So when these dots are extremely close to each other, that will be indicating that this is low speed and this is high speed, and this is the direction of the movement. So general path of these dots indicates the path of the movement. The pointed dots or the pointed these pear drop shape, pointed pear drop shape, pear shaped, these dots indicate the direction of the movement, and spacing between the dots or the light source indicates the speed of movement. So this is what is used in the chronocycle graph. Okay, so I'll show you just this one photograph to show. Like this photograph shows the both cycle graph as well as chronocycle graph. So here the light source movement is shown here. Like you can see the continuous lines. Okay, these continuous lines can simply show the path only, not the direction of the movement or no speed of the movement. Okay, so this is the case of the chronocycle graph and cycle graph. And in chronocycle graph you can see the movement of the two hands, wherein the dots can be seen like this. Okay, sorry, this is just opposite. So you see these dots are pointed in certain direction. Okay, like this. So this is the direction in which movement is taking place, and the spacing between these. And one more thing, like whenever you see that points are very close to each other in certain area and these dots are far away in other areas, so that simply indicates that the hand is either static or it is on hold or holding something, or there is some kind of the hesitation is in movement, or the worker is simply standing somewhere. So those things also can be identified if the light source is static or flickering in a particular area only, so that shows the hesitation in movement or the worker is idle, like that. Okay, so the number of interpretations are possible through the study of these chronocycle graph. Okay, so that's all about these recording techniques. Now we'll go the next section related with the method study, that is about the define, install and the maintain. These are the other three remaining steps related with the method study. Okay, so we have talked today, as far as the recording techniques are concerned, we have talked about the memo motion study and chronocycle graph and cycle graph. Okay, so what we do under these three steps, like the define, then there is install. These are the last three steps of the method study, because you have seen like there is a selection, then recording, then examination, then develop, and after developing then there is a measure. For new method we have to measure the time which will be taken for doing the job, and thereafter we have define the new method developed, then install the new method and maintain. Okay, so what are the different things in scope under these three steps? So basically here we have to define the new method which is to be installed subsequently, and this will be done in terms of like define the tools, procedure, the layout if any there modification is there, and the time that will be taken. So anything and everything related with the new method need to be documented so that the relevant people can be shared with the information. So this is very important. Preparation of the documentation of the new method is extremely crucial, because based on this only decision will be taken if the management will agree for this, or the foreman or the shop floor people will agree for this, or workers representative will agree for this. So a proper case has to be prepared for making sure that the newly developed method is implemented, or it can see the light of the day, otherwise it will remain on papers. Okay, so the install the new method is about whatever the procedural formalities are there for implementing the new method with the allotted time, so that is identified, and everybody has to agree upon this. So there are number of the procedural steps for installation, and probably this is the most difficult step in method study. Like the new method has been developed but to get into the action is really difficult, and then to maintain means it has to be practiced for longer time, so that the positive results of the new method can be realized. So basically the new method has to be practiced, so it is ensured that the new method is practiced, and the proper controls are there to avoid that people don't go to the old methods back, because people have tendency to switch over back to the original method or earlier method. So the suitable control procedures need to be there, so that the newly developed method is actually practiced for realizing the benefit. So out of these, now there are many difficulties. It is not that easy to get done all these things. So say you have developed, after the recording techniques, critical examination and development of the new method has been developed, new method. Now people have to be convinced, so whosoever is there, they need to be convinced for implementation of the new method. Like most of the students go in industries and they come out with a variety of the solutions, but whether those solutions are actually implemented or not, so for that a proper case has to be prepared, and so to make the new method acceptable, it is important that management, workers and the shop floor people are convinced about that, and therefore it is important that suitable approval for new methods are taken. So approval for new methods are very important, and these of course will be given by the management or the works department. Okay, so the approvals are not that easy, because unless you really show lot of convincing analysis and the observations of the study, people won't accept it. So what is to be done to make a strong case is that you have to say compare the existing and the new method with regard to certain things, like what will be the cost of material, labor, overhead, and and the related saving. So in the two methods, existing and new method, what is the cost of material, labor, or overheads? So as a result of the new method, what is the saving that is expected? Okay, this is one. So you have to show like there is a possibility of the significant saving in the long run, but this may not be that easy. Sometimes minor expenditure would be good enough to implement the new things, and sometimes major expenditure is needed. So what is the cost of installing the new equipment or machines, or to change the layout? It may not be that easy. So relayouting of the situation if required. So if at all these things are needed, what will be the related cost? Okay, and to deal with this, what will be the kind of executive actions needed to implement the new method? So what are the different things need to be done for the implementation of the new method? So a proper case with these details need to be prepared so that approval for the new method can be realized from the works department or the management department. So here you see there are many tricky things. So if the expenditure is minor, then of course maybe the shop floor management itself, shop floor like the foreman or the works manager, they can manage the expenditure and they can effect the change if there is no major expenditure to see that the benefits of the new methods can be realized. But if there is a major and a capital expenditure, if there is a major and capital expenditure, then certainly very appropriate estimates of the expenses, and then accordingly the returns, timeline for the return, that has to be prepared with a great care and justification, so that the approval of the management for capital expenditure, maybe in form of new equipment or major change in layout, or for material handling equipment, can be taken up. So all that will be possible only if the strong case with the proper justification and significant saving is shown through the analysis as far as the new method is concerned as compared to the existing method. Okay, so that this approval of the new method is really very crucial to see that the new method is implemented. So development is fine, but to get the new method implemented needs a lot of the procedural formalities and the support from the management, okay, as well as workers. So you will see number of other things related to this. So starting with the define, the step of the define. So as I said, the detailed written document of the new method is to be developed with the complete instructions. Okay, so once the detailed documents with the instructions related with the new methods, if this is developed, then this can be used as a reference. So it is important in number of ways. When the new method is defined, it has to be documented with the complete instructions. So this is the new method. So this document can be used as a reference document of the new method. So new method for future reference. So one reference document related to the new method is developed. Okay, this detailed document along with the instructions related to the new method can be used to explain what all about new method is. So explain the new method to the management, to the workers, because they need to be convinced, they need to be brought on board, otherwise it will not happen. Okay, subsequently this written document related with the new method can be used for training or retraining of the workers, because they need to be familiar with the new methods which is to be implemented, and whatever the different component and constituents are there of the new method, those can be used for setting the time standard using time study or work sampling or a PMTS data method, any method you take up. So this document also acts as a basis for setting the time standard. Okay, setting the time standard. So this is these are the different things which are covered under the define, and in addition to this, like what we have seen when we were talking about the existing method of doing the things or that new method of doing the things, what we have used in flow process chart or flow diagram or a string diagram or your travel chart, we have seen we used very symbols for recording purpose and as well as for developing the new method, likewise Thermalix. But when you define the new method, these symbols are not used. So in defining, not use these symbols. These symbols are for the work study meant just to develop a record and for the analysis purpose. So the new method will be defined in general term. So define new method using general terms. So what it will include, like the tools and equipments to be used. Okay, this is one. The method of doing the things. So stepwise procedural steps or the method of doing the job is described in general terms. Okay, then also include the design of the layout of machine or the workplace, all that is mentioned in general terms so that the shop floor people can understand those things. Okay, now see there is install new method. Next step is install new method. Installation of the new method, as I said, is the most difficult step as far as the method study is concerned, because support is needed from both management for the investment as well as from the workers who will be experiencing the change in terms of the job is to be done by the new method by the workers or worker representatives. So this to a great extent will be possible only if the work study man explains, if he can explain with the great clarity okay, of what are the issues with the existing method and what will be the benefits of the new method and how it will be done. Okay, so considering the benefits and savings, the support of the workers and of the management will be realized. So there are 5 steps as far as the installation is concerned. These are very simple steps. So the first, as I said, like you need to have the acceptance for change by the maybe like say the supervisors or the shop floor people. Okay, then acceptance for change by the management. These people were already there in we need to bring these two in any case, the supervisor, shop floor people and the management people on board to implement the things. Then acceptance for change by the workers and the workers representative. There may be trade unions, so representatives need to be taken into confidence, or their acceptance is important. And then the training or retraining of the workers for the new job, new method. So because they will be implementing the new things, so the retraining of the workers is needed. And the fifth point related with the installation is like maintain the close contact or observation of the progress until the satisfactory results are obtained. Okay, so these are the different things related to the installation of the new method. Acceptance of the shop floor people like the foreman or works manager. Then there is acceptance for the change by the management, acceptance for the change by the workers or workers representative, then training of the workers, and then continuous check on really the new method is still effective. Okay, and this is important in number of ways. Like the workers register these changes a lot. Why? Because it takes some time to learn the new method, and whenever new thing is learned, it takes a little longer to complete the job using the new method. While in case of the old method, one is very much familiar, he doesn't need a long time to complete the job. So the people register a lot to follow the new method. So if you see how the time to complete the job changes with the practice, that is what is called learning curve. So number of cycles, as there is increase in number of cycles of job being done by a worker, okay, and the time he will be taking, say for first 100 times, then 500 times, then 1000 times, 5000 times. What happens to the time he is taking to complete a given job when he does it for first 100 times or first 10,000 times? So this time required to complete the job, if the job is very simple, then he doesn't take long to learn and to get the time stabilized. So in that case, initially it may take little longer, but soon it is stabilized. So he learns fast, and the time later on will be constant. So in that case, in case of the simple jobs, the workers learn it fast, and then time which will be taken by him to complete the job will get stabilized. in fewer number of the practices. Okay, but when the job is complex, really it takes very long to learn learn it and to get familiarized and get practiced. Okay, so this learning curve in case of the complex jobs, he will be taking longer time to complete the job when it is new. So he will be able to produce fewer jobs as compared to the so when the new method is implemented, he doesn't have much practice for that, so he will be taking longer time to do the job. His output will be reduced, so it is possible that his earning may also get reduced. So this learning allowance kind of thing is given when the new job, new method of doing a job is implemented, because of the new method only he is taking longer time to complete the job. But in the long run, obviously he will learn gradually, and then the time required to complete the job will keep on decreasing. So this typical learning curve goes in like this. Here number of cycles or practices and the time. Okay, so it depends on the complexity of the job a lot. After how many cycles or number of practices it will get stabilized. Okay, so this is another thing, like the worker should be given enough time, else they should be given the learning allowance. This is given for the new jobs or for the new workers both. Okay, the last step is related with this related with the method study is maintain the new method. This is very simple. Maintain new method. So we have seen that under the defined step we have developed the complete details and instructions of a new way of doing the things using the new method, and then this has to be it has to be checked that it is implemented in the same form, because people have tendency to go back to the original method. So maintain is to ensure, basically maintaining new method is to ensure that there is no slip back to the old method. So this is one thing which is checked, and just for the sake of convenience, few additional foreign elements, foreign actions or foreign activities are incorporated in the new method. So it has to be ensured that there is no introduction or entry of any external or foreign element or action which is not the part of the new method is incorporated. So there is no interaction of you have to regular checks to ensure that the new one is followed. Okay, if sometimes it is observed that if the work study man has not foreseen or estimated all the aspects perfectly, in that case some changes may be needed, some iterations may be needed in some of the steps. So if the changes are needed in new method, then these need to be officially incorporated in new method, so that it can be uniformly implemented in the shop floor to all the people. One, it is brought in record. At the same time, according to the updated method, the time standard is set. Okay, so if few changes are needed, then those should be incorporated officially in the new method, and accordingly the time standard is set for the updated or revised method. So these are some of the things needed at the last stage of maintain the new method related with the method study. So this is how we complete our the method study related section.